Imagine a treasure, not of gold or jewels, but of papyrus scrolls, stories, ideas, and discoveries from across the ancient world. This was the Great Library of Alexandria, a beacon of wisdom and learning. For centuries, it was the largest and most important library on Earth, where the greatest minds gathered to push the boundaries of knowledge. Think of it as the world's first university, where scholars from Greece, Persia, India, and beyond were paid to think, debate, and innovate. Their mission to collect all the knowledge in the world. The library was more than a building. It was a living center of intellectual life, supported by the rulers of Egypt, the Ptolemies. In an age when knowledge was fragile, written by hand on delicate scrolls, the library was a bold attempt to protect and gather it all in one place. Its loss is not just the loss of a building, but the loss of a dream. We often imagine its destruction as a single, catastrophic fire, but the truth is more complex and more tragic. The story of the Library of Alexandria is about both its brilliant life and its slow, painful death. It's a detective story, with clues scattered across 2,000 years of history. Why does this story still matter? Because it teaches us about the fragility of knowledge. The library's fate is a warning. Knowledge must be protected, or it can vanish. Today, we take information for granted, but in Alexandria, it was precious and always at risk. The legend of the library endures, reminding us of the heights human curiosity can reach and how easily it can all be lost. In the 3rd century BCE, Alexandria became the world's cultural capital, thanks to its legendary library. At the heart was the Museum, the House of the Muses, a center for arts, science, and learning. Scholars from across the world gathered here, supported by royal patronage, to research and debate. The library's mission, to collect every book ever written. Its collection grew to hundreds of thousands of scrolls, the greatest in the ancient world. The House of the Muses shaped how we value and organize knowledge, inspiring libraries ever since. Its legacy reminds us, when learning is valued, anything is possible. The Great Library's shelves were lined with papyrus scrolls, not books as we know them. Each scroll was a portal to another mind, another world. The collection was vast and diverse, reflecting Alexandria's role as a crossroads of cultures. Greek literature formed the core. Homer, Sophocles, Euripides, preserved and edited by the library's scholars. They invented punctuation and accent marks, shaping the texts we read today. But the library's reach went far beyond Greece. It housed Egyptian religious texts, medical treatises, and historical records. The Hebrew Bible was first translated into Greek here, the Septuagint, a monumental act of cultural exchange. There were likely scrolls from Persia and even India, bringing new philosophies and sciences into the mix. Alexandria was a melting pot of ideas, the world's first global think tank. A scholar could study geometry, astronomy, medicine, and philosophy, all under one roof. The library's vision was universal, to gather and share the wisdom of all peoples. Its influence shaped the intellectual landscape of the ancient world. The work done in Alexandria still echoes in the classics we read and the sciences we study. The library was a living testament to the power of curiosity and the value of preserving knowledge. The end of the Library of Alexandria is shrouded in myth. Most famously, the story of a great fire set by Julius Caesar. In 48 BCE, Caesar's troops set fire to the Egyptian fleet, and some say the flames spread to the library, destroying thousands of scrolls. But the evidence is murky. The main library was far from the harbor, and later writers describe the Museum as still active. The story of Caesar's guilt may be exaggerated, perhaps even political propaganda. The truth is, there was no single moment of destruction. Later, in the 3rd century CE, Emperor Aurelian's attack on Alexandria devastated the royal quarter, likely damaging or destroying what remained of the library. The library's end was not a single blaze, but a series of blows: war, neglect, and political chaos. Each conflict chipped away at the collection and the community that sustained it. The real tragedy is not one dramatic fire, but a slow unraveling. The mystery of the library's fate remains unsolved, a puzzle for historians to this day. Its disappearance is a reminder of how fragile centers of knowledge can be in times of turmoil. The Library of Alexandria didn't vanish overnight. It faded over centuries. The decline began as the Ptolemies lost interest and funding dried up. Scholars were expelled, budgets slashed, and the grand project of collecting knowledge was abandoned. Scrolls decayed, uncopied, and neglected. Religious conflict hastened the end. In 391 CE, the Serapeum, a daughter library, was destroyed by a Christian mob. The old world of classical learning was swept away by new ideologies. By the time of the Arab conquest in 642 CE, the Great Library was likely already gone. Stories of its final destruction are probably legends. The real loss happened long before. The library died by 1,000 cuts, war, neglect, and changing values. Its fate is a warning. Knowledge needs constant care and protection. The dream of Alexandria was undone not by one enemy, but by centuries of indifference and upheaval. The loss was gradual, but the impact was immense. The world's greatest library became a memory, its scrolls scattered and lost. What vanished with the library? We can only guess, but the losses were staggering. Hundreds of Greek plays disappeared. Only a handful of Sophocles' works survive. Vast histories and scientific treatises are gone, erasing much of our understanding of the ancient world. Eratosthenes calculated the Earth's circumference with remarkable accuracy. His detailed methods are lost. Hero of Alexandria invented early steam engines and automata. What other marvels did his lost books describe? Herophilus, the father of anatomy, made breakthroughs in medicine. Most of his writings are gone. Aristarchus proposed a heliocentric solar system centuries before Copernicus, but his arguments are lost. The library's destruction set back science, medicine, and technology by centuries. The ghosts of these lost ideas haunt us, hinting at a world more advanced than we realize. The true cost of the library's loss is measured in the knowledge we'll never recover. Its vanished scrolls are a silent tragedy, a reminder of how much can disappear in the blink of history. Was all the library's knowledge lost? Not entirely. The dream of a single library holding all wisdom was never fully real, and its destruction didn't erase everything. Knowledge spreads like fire. Alexandria's flame lit many others. Important works were copied and distributed to libraries in Rome, Pergamum, and beyond. Scholars who left Alexandria carried ideas with them, founding new schools and teaching new generations. The intellectual diaspora helped preserve and spread the library's legacy. The Islamic Golden Age played a crucial role, translating and building on Greek science and philosophy. Many ancient works survived only through Arabic translations. When Europe rediscovered classical knowledge during the Renaissance, it was often through these preserved texts. The spirit of Alexandria lived on, shaping civilizations far beyond its walls. Its influence endures in every library and university today. Though the library is gone, its whispers remain. Archaeologists still search for traces of the Mushan beneath modern Alexandria. Surviving texts quote lost works, offering glimpses of vanished knowledge. Historians piece together fragments, reconstructing the intellectual world of Alexandria. The Antikythera mechanism, a complex ancient computer, shows the technological heights reached in this era. Such discoveries hint at what else might have been described in the lost scrolls. The library's legacy is one of mystery and discovery, reminding us that our picture of the past is incomplete. Every new fragment found brings us closer to understanding what was lost. The story of Alexandria urges us to keep searching, questioning, and valuing knowledge. Ideas can survive even the destruction of monuments, passed down through generations. The adventure of discovery continues, inspired by the library's enduring legend. What if the Library of Alexandria had survived? Imagine a world where ancient science and technology weren't lost, but built upon for centuries. Could the Industrial Revolution have come 1,000 years earlier? Could we have reached the stars in the Middle Ages? The scholars of Alexandria practiced early scientific methods. What if that tradition had continued unbroken? Our progress might be centuries ahead, our history less marked by ignorance and conflict. The library was a place of multicultural exchange. Could its spirit have fostered a more tolerant, peaceful world? We can't change the past, but the dream of Alexandria still inspires. It reminds us of humanity's potential for creativity and collaboration. It warns us how easily knowledge can be lost, and how precious our own libraries and archives are. The ghost of Alexandria asks, what are we doing to protect the knowledge of our own time? The story of the library is a call to cherish and defend the treasures of learning, before they too become whispers in history.